By the way, folks, you may get a little cameo from my cat every now and then. Sometimes she likes to jump on my desk. Okay. I was actually going to answer a question Daywalker had. Oh, yeah, that's it. Guys, build storage. They act like batteries. For your units. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Get this thing started in a second. Wow, I'm going to have so much great footage to stick on YouTube from today. This is awesome.
Can't argue with that.
This has been a good game day. It really has. Man, I hope all the rest of them work out like this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Evolution RTS cast. I am Foreboding Angel. I'm joined by Icons.
Hi.
Yeah, and Icons, as you may or may not know, is one of the developers of Web Lobby, which is the lobby that most Evolution RTS players use. Okay, so anyway, on to our players. At the bottom we have Daywalker, who I mentioned in the last video is a pro gamer. He plays Wargame with Selexa of War Cows, and they compete in the ESL. I believe that stands for European Star League, unless I'm mistaken, or something like that. Anyway, and so Daywalker is in the bottom and queuing up a ton of generators, so okie dokie on that. Anarchid is spawning up in the top. Both these guys are very experienced RTS gamers. Both of them are pretty new to Evolution RTS, so it's actually kind of interesting watching how they interact with the stuff in the game. Daywalker's kind of going a little ham on the generators here, but I can't say I blame him. Last game he actually hit the supply cap and was wondering why he didn't have any units building. So yeah, let's see. So basically these guys are just Anarchid's actually sticking up some turrets. That's new. Last game he got gutted by some early crushers from Daywalker. Anarchid definitely did not expect that, which I can completely understand why he would not expect that. Crushers right off the bat are a little hard to deal with if you have 2 or 3 of them and all you have is raiders to handle it. So looks like Anarchid is going to be annoying down in here in the bottom. Now Daywalker actually should have cancelled that. He would have gotten his money back for it, but it's no biggie. Okay, and looks like Anarchid's going to pick up a free engineer here. Well, not so free once he loses that, so it actually cost actually kind of worked out on that. Alright, and Daywalker is pushing north. He's going to get a bit of a surprise from that turret, but it shouldn't be able to do too much damage to him. Yeah, that turret's not going to be able to handle much. It's light turrets simply don't have the damage output, but snakes sure as hell do, and they clean up that in short order. These guys are really getting their economy going. Daywalker has looks like 9 energy coming in and 8 metal coming in. Anarchid currently has 9 and 8.5, so these guys are pretty much neck and neck with one another. And actually I have this handy little info panel thing which I still don't know how to use, so this will be a bit of a learning experience. But as you can see here, data. Okay, and back to things. Anarchids taking out some mexes in the bottom, and Daywalker's taking out some mexes in the top left. He's about to get mobbed by a ton of snakes, though. So.
Now he is SMP.
Oh, and Anarchid's got razors down here in the bottom. That's bad for Daywalker. He needs to get his Overseer out of there. You can't take much punishment from that. And Daywalker probably does not know about orbs. Use orbs. They are great. They can assist. And they pass it. Okay, alrighty.
Now you do need the advantage. Unlike he was gonna lose anyway.
I don't know. They're still pretty even, to be honest. Now, Daywalker is relying mainly on Crushers, which is very icons
Sounds
of
like
him.
me.
Yeah. This is a pretty common tactic out of icons. It's actually pretty hard to deal with, but at the same time, on equal footing with equal unit groupings and stuff like that, it's actually fairly weak to proper unit group, and it's really weak to those turrets. That is not good. What he needs to do is he needs to throw some lobsters. So anyway, looks like Day's pushing forward. Gonna pick up some X's here, but he's gonna run headlong into another turret. Now these can take out that turret, but he's gonna lose a couple of these tanks. Oh wow. Never mind. They are going to get slaughtered. Now Daywalker can use his Overseer here to EMP these razors. And in fact, that is definitely what he should do. He's about to, and there he goes. EMP'd. So he buys himself some time to get his Crushers over there. They're going to handle his business fairly well. He needs to put off another EMP. But he's going to manage without it. Now, Daywalker has a ton of razors coming in on his left flank, so he's going to be running into some trouble there. He's also got some drones coming in, but an anti-air tank will be taking care of that. Okay, and this is really bad. There are razors coming in the back of Daywalker's base. These will cause him all kinds of problems. He's probably only going to lose a couple of storage buildings and a few mexes, so it's not that bad, but that really does kind of hurt a bit. And now he's got things coming in from the front. And yeah, these fights are coming out quite a bit even. Anarchid's economy is heads and shoulders better than Daywalker's. Right now he has 59 energy incoming and 16.5 metal incoming to Day's 9 metal income and 30 energy income. So Day is very outclassed on his economy. However, that doesn't mean that he's lost. He still has a nice army, and if he plays his cards right, he can definitely take this back. And actually, he's about to get Anarchid's Overseer. Oh, he needs to focus it down. He only has one crusher attacking it. I don't even know if he realizes how close he is. And there it goes. There goes Anarchid's Overseer. Now that's going to hurt later on because he will not be able to use the EMP ability. And things may start to change in favor of Daywalker now. He's still mass-producing crushers, which definitely are a good unit for this, but they won't be able to take on these turrets head-to-head. Daywalker cannot afford to go head-to-head with them like that. Daywalker also has a nice cache of drones built up. Looks like he's got 24 drones that he can use whenever he pleases. He's getting his metal income back up. It's up to 11.5 now, to Anarchid's 15.5. And he's using... he's starting to use his drones to attack these gunships, which... while annoying, not particularly effective, but the anti-air tank is going to drive those off. And he's got yet another incursion coming in the south. And he's pegged on energy, so he can't actually take these out, but the turret is firing. It's going to save itself, but now he's got to deal with, again, another incursion into this bottom here. He definitely needs to get up some more storage, definitely needs to get up some more power generation, and definitely needs some more anti-air. And, alright. So these gunships are being really annoying. Daywalker is having some trouble dealing with them, but he is dealing with them. However, his energy is pegged. He needs more. He can't keep sustaining this. He's really hurting right now. On the other hand, Anarchid is just bulking up his front something awful. Now, both these guys are doing this, but honestly, a set of maybe 3 or 4 lobsters would tear this front line to pieces in no time. So hopefully we'll see some artillery usage here. Daywalker gets rid of the menace in his base. Now, his metal income did take a hit from that, but he's still doing good. He's up at 13.5 and Anarchid's at 17.5 metal income. Anarchid's up to almost 70 energy income. Daywalker's still at 35 energy income now. He definitely needs to ramp that up. He's got to get some more energy income, because right now he just cannot go toe-to-toe with Anarchid's turrets and his armies. Oh, and Anarchid's starting to use bombers. Day does not have adequate anti-air coverage for this. Now he does have some anti-air, which will definitely be useful. Anarchid's bombers are not bombing the most effective targets, but they are definitely doing damage here. And especially once they get behind Daywalker's lines, these metal extractors are essentially going to start becoming free. Oh, and he lays some down on the power plant. He's not going to get it, though. And Daywalker finally starts putting up another power plant. He desperately needs more power plants. Or generators, I'm sorry. And up in Anarchid's base, he's essentially just bulking up like crazy. And he's also got metal makers going. Those metal makers will account for 1, 2, 3 and a half, 3.5 metal income. And right now he has 22.0 coming in. Daywalker has 14.0 coming in. So Daywalker definitely can still do this, but he's got to stop relying on only crushers. You can't get away with just single unit spamming in a game like this where you've got so much defenses going on. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen an Evolution RTS game that's had this much pork in it. I can't think of a single game where I've seen this. Uh-oh. Anarchid now has a long-range plasma cannon, an executioner, And this is going to start doing very, very, very bad things to Daywalker. And Anarchid's army is pushing into Daywalker's territory. Now, Daywalker does have 3 turrets here. He's hurting on energy again, though. But on the other hand, these 3 turrets here might be enough to deal. And they do deal some AoE damage. Oh! And Daywalker comes in with gunships. Oh, that's going to rip this entire army to shreds. That's a lot of loss. Unfortunately, Anarchid's now starting to target the turrets with shots from his Executioner. I'm actually looking to see where it's firing. It's firing at Daywalker's main base here. However, it is missing its mark pretty handily. Daywalker is finally getting up some generators, and honestly, I really think he probably could have won if he had concentrated on getting generators up earlier. Unfortunately, at this point, it's probably too late. He's also about to lose his Overseer. Yeah.
That's GG.
Yep, and Daywalker GG's. And that was a great match. That'll definitely be one for the YouTube archives.
Yeah.
And
By the way, I think I noticed that emulators are they're better at crushers.